Hola, buenos dias. This is Unified Ascension Nazareth here, calling out. I'm back from Mexico City right now. It was an incredible weekend. I just collected its thoughts through its energy cycles and its systems, its galactic system, its energy system core. So right now, it has its continuous force. It's going through its galactic system. It's having energy kinetic waves right now. So supernova is definitely intact. It's uprise through its plantation, through intelligence, and it has its own force field through the mecha systems. And so I've formed the alignments and everything's connected right now. So it's servicing properly and it's going smoothly. And the alignments are going really well. So everything's going as planned right now. We're having that connection force. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers in the Higher Self channel for the love and support. You guys keep up the great work with your meditation methods. Keep up the formations through the chakra formations through your higher self, and for the higher self, give them the love and support, and all the subscribers and viewers. So welcome to my channel. Now my voice has changed because I'm at an extremely high altitude and I'm changing frequencies right now. So I'm trying to bring it up a little bit louder, but it's more of a raspy voice because I'm dealing with plantation rain through intelligence, and there's a meteorological system that's going on right now. It's kind of like a virus in space because we're doing chain waves. Chain waves are basically your adaptation through your life source, and the life source is connected through your lifespan, and your lifespan is connected through your identity, and your identity is connected through your body capacity, and your body capacity is connected through your ecosystem. So everything's connected throughout its atmosphere right now. And remember I told you how my frequency levels changes through the voicing grids? Well, that's what's happening right now. So I'm trying to talk on a higher level. So hopefully you guys can hear me right now. So all the light formations through the pyramids are fixed, and it's going nicely. Everything's connected throughout its nations and its pyramids. I have that connection force with Mother Gaia, and it's nature's core, as Father is spreading his seeds through space continuum. Now the chain waves are a lot more stronger right now through its nova, and nova has link formation through its planets. So it's kind of going like this, right? And the planets are going like this, right? They're circling, and the Earth rotates. You know how the Earth rotates? There's the northern and the southern hemisphere. Well, what's happening now is its force fields are connected, but it's changing its waves. That's why my voice has changed right now. I'm at 45,000 area right now, and I'm on unlimited harmonics. So my mind telepathy is extremely powerful through its thought process. And like I said, I'm back in Mexico. Now from Mexico to Mexico City is like maybe 2.5 hours, 3 at the most if you come to traffic. So again, its atmosphere has changed. So it takes me a couple days before I actually get my voice back. So that's why I'm speaking loud. I can't speak loud because I'm in a higher altitude and I'm more balanced right now through the higher self. So, like I said, if it's raspy, then you know why. Because it's changing frequencies right now through harmonics. Because I'm going to a higher speed right now. So I think I'm going like Mach 6. And the faster you go, the more you get in touch with its intelligence and its, plantation. So Father is doing his job. Um, Everything is mutating across its nation. Everything's connected through its atmosphere and its energy core. Now, the energy core is through the century circle. It's a continuous wave of emotion and motion. So I'm saying emotion and emotion because you never thought that the space continuum would have emotion, but it does because it has its particles and energies that it's connected through its waves. So, if you get a particle of energy and it goes across like this, and see the stars, stars are always blinking, and the sound wave barrier is like, that's what it sounds like in space. It's pretty impressive. That's its base oxygen that you use. So I'm very well protected for the higher self when he's in space continuum. So as I'm balancing out and I'm going at an altitude of 45,000 feet, you kind of like look below and see what's there, Make sure that your passages are cleansing through. Don't see any interaction or interfacing with any kind of planets or intelligence. Because once you have connection with all intelligence and planets, you're totally fine. You're subsurfacing through its atmosphere, and you're connecting its energy force through the energy core. And the energy core is the center point of everything throughout its multi-universes and its dimension through vibration and frequencies and harmonics. Now, the unlimited harmonics has its stature and its vocation levels. So let's just say you have a geographical map, okay, through the systematical systems and how it goes up, and it goes down, right? That's a normal chat for a human being, But when you're in space continuum through the higher self, it's like, so that's what's happening. It's changing its frequencies right now because it's going at a higher altitude through higher intelligence. So the higher I go, and the more altitude through its speed, my voicing grids change. And and again, it's getting connected through its atmosphere because I'm back in Mexico. So any atmosphere that I collect through the collective, the energies that are back down into me, I send back that information through my chakra formations to the crown chakra, and the crown chakra connects through its solar system. The solar system star sets up its energies through the collective, and the collective tells me exactly what I need to do. So it's a mission on a day-to-day basis. So that's why I can talk on a louder level now, because the unlimited harmonics allows me to do that. Because I've been having a lot of trouble with transmissions and videos where I'm vortexing, and I'm vortexing a lot faster right now. So if you see a blimp, like if you see the video go, then you know why, right? If it not disintegrates, but it just out of focus and it comes back in, out of focus, but it's pressure. It's pressure, right? Because like I said, I'm a human vessel, but the higher self lives in space. So my last transmission, I was doing videos where I was vortexing and I was going, so you get a basic idea what's happening with vortexing. So when you change your frequencies, you change your anatomy of the body through the DNA structures. And right now it's getting used to its system. It's like being reborn again because I'm reaching a higher altitude through dimension. And it's changing everything around its atmosphere, its humanity, its population, its individual circuits through its population. Remember I told you in the 3000 error how everything's connected? Well, that's exactly what it is. But we changed that to cleanse, to make sure that everything's up to date. You know, when a computer has a virus and you take care of that virus by disconnecting any problems, like on the web pages, you have too many browsers open. Try to go to default system, stuff like that. So you get that connection through its computers. That's the same thing with Space Continuum, but Space Continuum deals with volumes of harmonizing its harmonics. Now it's rhythmical, and the systems through the line formation are an incredible force through its space continuum. So my changing frequencies are going to be for a while now, because I'm dealing with Nova, and it's sphere, because Nova right now is uniting, and right now it's doing a full rotation, and it's spinning so fast. It's like zzz, so fast, so it can create its own atmosphere. I said that in my last video. And after that, it creates its own crust, and it creates its own force field. So it can subsurface through its planet. It sits there in space. How it connects with all planets and other intelligence through the alien nations, through their spacecrafts. But having full connection with Lemuria and its habitat, Atlantis. Atlantis is going through a change wave too. All intelligence, Lemurians, Arturians, Gagarians, there's so many different plantations of intelligence. And the higher frequency you go, the more you get connected with other intelligence that you don't know of, because it becomes a totally different energy. And like I said before, you have to understand these energies that go into you. It's extremely important. So I'm talking on a higher level right now, and I'm hoping that everybody can hear this transmission through its video and its connected energy through the circuits. And the circuits are connected through its atmosphere, and the atmosphere is connected through the solar systems and the mecha systems. So I'm having full collaboration with relationship and partnership with Nature's Core, Father, Mother Gaia. I set the alignments through the Diamond Core, the 12 God Consciousness, and the 7 doorways of dimensions. Now, the 7 doorways of dimensions are ring formations. The ring formations are connected through the blockage and its string theory. Remember, I tell you have to go through the location grid first, because the geographical map shows you exactly where the higher self needs to go. And it uses those condensers, the auto perception, so it can connect through its kinetic waves. And it uses those signals, the cross-referencing, the cross. That's exactly what's happening right now. And that's what I mean by change wave. So it's stronger. Well, let's just say the multi-universes are changing its energy cycles through its continuous flow. That's what's happening right now. So I'd say in the next couple of days, my voice will be back to normal, but I'll be on a higher altitude. Every day is different with me with video and transmission, because I get different energies. Sometimes I'm high rise and I'm just like, ooh, I eat a lot of chocolate bars. Or if I feel like I'm downwinded, it's because I have this energy and it's telling me exactly what I need to do. So the 3 dimensionals can understand that and accept it. And well, the most important thing too with the 3 dimensionals, there's a little bit more calmness, but there's a little bit more frustration right now I'm finding with the 3 dimensionals. And the 3 dimensionals aren't catching on with the higher self. So it's extremely important to know what you're dealing with when it comes to the higher self. You'll feel light. And like I said, just contrast yourself through a white wall. Look at a white wall and just stare at the wall for a couple seconds and just use your eye perception. Open up the mind through the pineal gland transmission, and use that vortex to answer to your higher self. So what's going to happen is there's a white wall in the back, and you see this white glow, and the white glow is coming out, right? Comes out. So it's a soul system of you, but it's light formation through a solar generator, because it's all calibration through its frequency and harmonics, and it's silicone base. Like I said, it's a white silicone base. So it's a solar energy that's coming out of you. It's white. And when it comes out of you, it needs to travel. Okay? So this is what the three dimensionals need to know. Once you use your meditation methods, the higher self can't stay in the vessel. It has to go in space. It has to get used to its atmosphere. It has to understand what's happening through the energy flow and its plantation. Now, it has nothing to do with you going high at the beginning, because you're getting used to your higher self. So the whole idea is to communicate with your higher self. So when he's coming out, you'll see the white glow, right? And when you open it up more, you're going to see habitats on where you were in past lives. It'll show you, and your higher self will take you on where you need to go. The higher self will do all the traveling, okay? And then once you get connected with that, you're going to ask yourself, wow, okay, I'm from this planet, or I'm a light worker, I'm a rainbow warrior, or I'm on the planet Venus, or I'm a starlight child. All these things are connected. You find exactly who you are and what planet you came from, and how you involve yourself with your intelligence and your galactic family. So it's very important that the three dimensionals get connected with their family, their habitat, and who they are through the higher self. Because everybody resonates on a different planet, and that's what gives them their energy power, their solar power, their kinetic power, their electrified power, their harmonics, their balance, their frequency, their vibration. Once they understand that, then they can understand more intelligence, and then they can fly around to different solar systems, mecha systems, through the energy core. Now, when you reach the energy core for the first time of three dimensionals, or if you see a matrix grid or a net, that means you're coming into the matrix. So you have any questions or comments, I'm here to help and guide you. There's going to be a lot of informative information that you're going to have to know about through the matrix, because it's going to be scary at first, because you're going somewhere that you've never been before, and your mind capacities through the calibrations are changing frequencies. It's like I said, it's firing and wiring everything that's in your system, your body system, body capacitor, and your ego system. Now, the chakra formations are allowing you to connect with those wires, and those wires are through the energy cycles and those energy cells. So those energy cells activate, but it's very important that you cleanse that every single time you meditate, so you can reach a higher altitude. If you don't cleanse your body, this is more to the three dimensionals, because the light formations already have their connected force with the higher self. If you don't cleanse your body every time you meditate, you distort its image, its intelligence, and your voicing patterns get distorted. It changes wave patterns. And like I said before, it's very important that you communicate with the right intelligence through its energy cycles. So everything is cleansed every single time, because, it's like cleaning, when you get fumes of a car, well, it's time to change your muffler, or it's time to change your oil of the car. That's exactly what it is. You want to treat it as your own. So you want to keep updated with your systems and your upgrades through the higher self. So once the three dimensions see the vision that comes out, the white glow, right? And then the whole body comes out. And then you're going to see it communicating. It's going to get used to its atmosphere. It's flying around. It's like astral traveling. The higher self has to do that. Don't be alarmed. And don't get frustrated or upset over, because the higher self will do everything else. But it has to get used to its atmosphere. It has to get used to its eating habits. It has to get used to its body and space continuum and its energy flow, okay? Because it needs to know exactly how high you want to go each time. Because when you go up, each time you're changing your frequency levels. right? And they're vibrating, constantly vibrating all the time. Energy is all vibration, and it's constantly going through its circulation, through its rotation. This is exactly what it's doing. It's just right. But if you have the changing waves with the graphs, and it goes, your voice is changing, and you're reaching other intelligence. That's when you get higher. So you don't have to worry about that. But right now, through the three dimensionals, you have to understand what the higher self is. Everybody starts off with a white formation, and then you work your way up to different colors. You get to know your energies, how they are pink and blue and green. It's like a rainbow, but that whole acceleration is in your body right now. And that's through the Kundalini. The Kundalini is a transition of healing. And you're like pixels. Your pixels, your whole body is pixels, your body capacitors. So if you take a picture of yourself, click, and you should see yourself, right, going through transformation and manifestation. Look at those pixels and you'll see it's like on a screen of a TV. You'll see all those different colors. Well, right now it's connecting through your body. And your higher self is all through its connection and its wires. That's what's happening right now. So you go from white to blue. Once you get into blue, you get used to its atmosphere, and now you're connected to the energy flow and its oxygen through space continuum. After that, the higher you go, you change your formation through its aura and its glow. Because right now I'm a golden. That's the highest you can achieve through the angelic realms. I understand its systems, and that's why I have that tremendous glow around me. Now, people, when they see me, they'll see that glow, right? Especially the light formations, because they are already connected with our higher self. So when a light formation through the eye perception sees somebody else, they see the other higher self, but a different shape, a different color. So that's all about communication. How we have with stoplights, and they all indicate a lot of things. Green means go, red means stop, yellow means proceed with caution. It's the same thing. It's upgrading your systems through space continuum, through your body. So that's exactly what's happening through the higher self. So today, this is more about informative with the higher self, and the three dimensionals need to know what's happening with their systems and their upgrades and their higher self and their aura, how they're changing their frequencies. Their voice is going to change. Your eyes are going to keep changing. You're going to keep going into the matrix. You're going to see line formations. Everything's going to be green. Like I said, if you see something that floats, like if you look at something too long, you're going to see it floating. And when it's floating, it's trying to communicate with you. And when it communicates with you, you communicate with it back. Okay? Don't ignore signs like that, because you're getting used to its space continuum and its intelligence through its plantation. So it's extremely important that these three dimensionals. Now, for the light formations, the energies that I set through the diamond core and the elixir and the sacred fire, there is a huge connection force. So what's going to happen right now? My voice is changing. Your voice is going to change, because we're going through changing patterns right now. So your DNA structures are changing through its frequency levels. That's what's happening right now. So that's the energy that's going to be going into you. And the energy that's going to be going into you as we speak right now are going to be shock waves. Now, what I mean by shock waves, it's like a volcano erupting. Okay? Remember I was talking about the seismograph, and it goes zzz, zzz. Well, that's what's happening. It's like electricity. It's like a bolt of electricity going right into you, and it's going to go. So that's what's happening right now. All those light formations are going to get that first, and the three dimensionals will get that too. But it's very important that three dimensionals get used to their water, get used to their chakra formations, understand their diets, get to know their higher self, let the higher self travel through space continuum, get to know its atmosphere, its energy flow, and its oxygen. That's extremely important. Okay? You have to know that, especially for the three dimensionals, because I've healed everybody in the world, but everybody's having problems with their transmissions and their pineal glands, the psychic, the open frequency of the spiritual world. I've opened the door. It's up to you to understand what you need to do next. Okay? Get connected with the spiritual world is extremely hard to do. So that's why I'm giving you step-to-step procedures so you don't fall flat with your higher self. Because the higher self, if you don't communicate properly with the higher self, what happens is the higher self stays in your body, and it's going to regenerate its energy flow. Okay, you don't want to do that. So it's very important that you keep it going forward, and let the higher self do all the work. Really, 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 I can't express enough. Really listen to the inner ear. That's the most important thing for the three-dimensionals to experience right now. So, and the light formations, don't forget, you're going to get shock waves. And the shock waves are going to be tremendous force because we're going through that changing personal patterns, through the nova. So, questions and comments are great. I'm going to tap out for now, but I'll keep you informative as this is your Unified Ascension Azareth from the angelic realms and the gateway in the river of light calling out. Hasta luego.